I'm training to run a sub 48 second 400, and in this series, I document all of my workouts and bring you guys along on the journey so you can see exactly how I progress over time, modify my workouts throughout the year, and hopefully break 48 seconds in the 400. In this episode, I do speed work, run a fantastic 200 session, hit some killer speed endurance reps, and more. I started out with a max speed and acceleration day, doing a 30-meter buildup into a 10-meter fly. I time these short sprints with an app called Photo Finish Automatic Timer, which works great for my needs. It has multiple different modes for fly starts, touch starts, and countdown starts, and you can get as many splits as you want depending on how many phones you set up. It has the same functionality as something like a free lap system, but is actually affordable for regular people, so I'd highly recommend it. My body felt good, but something was definitely off because I was not running good times. The following day, I came out for 200s and actually had my best 200 day of the year so far. I performed these with rolling starts to try to make them as specific as possible to the second half of the 400, and my first one ended up being slightly faster than I was hoping for. My target range is between 24.5 and 26.5 seconds, but I don't see myself getting consistently under 25 for at least a couple more months. Recovery is 2 minutes with a jog back, and after how fast the first rep was, I went into the second trying to hold myself back a little because I wanted to make it through the third rep. I'm actually kind of shocked with how fast I ran these because, in my opinion, I look pretty slow in the video, but the times don't lie. After the slower second rep, I came into the last rep hoping to run a low 25 or better to finish out a solid workout. It wasn't the best performance of all time, but I was thrilled with how it went. I took a day off and then was back at the track for another Lactate style day. The 200s are one version of this, but are theoretically at more sub-maximal paces, and this day is supposed to be a bit faster with generally longer rests. I aim to be within 90% of goal 400 meter pace at this time of the year, and I was starting with a 150, so my goal would be to run it between 19.3 and 19.5 seconds. After that, I have a 30-second rest and another 150, this time with a rolling start, the goal being to run fast and maintain good form. After a full recovery, I then have 100 with a goal pace of 12.9 to 13 or faster with a follow-up rolling 80. After the warm-up, I was feeling great. What's up guys, it's Thursday. I have no idea what number date it is. Did a warm up, did some form drills and stuff, and then 150 with the backup, rolling 150. Pretty much ran them both all out. First one was probably like 90-95%-ish, but second one obviously would have been slower because I was tired, but effort-wise was pretty much 100. I'm quite out of breath, but all things considered, I felt pretty good throughout. Next up I have 100 and then a follow-up 80. It's supposed to be full recovery, but I'm kind of short on time for the day. I really felt like I was moving during this 100. The days where your body and nervous system are all fired up are what makes sprinting so fun and fulfilling. I didn't throw up a timer for the 80 meter because I guessed on the distance. I didn't actually measure it out, and I think it was closer to 70 meters, but it felt awesome considering how tired I was going in, and I was happy to have finished the workout strong. A few days later, I came out again to do some acceleration and max speed work. Those of you who have been following along will see that a couple weeks will pass between the training in this video and in the next video, and that's because I somehow lost a couple weeks of footage. I do apologize for that, but luckily nothing particularly interesting happened during that time anyway.
That one felt decent. I've been struggling a lot with my positioning coming out of the blocks. I keep not bringing my blocks, but my 4-point blockless block starts. Feels like on the first push I don't have anything and I don't really go anywhere. And then everything from there is me sort of getting into position and going. I'm just trying to find a comfortable position. And really being a 400 runner, I don't need a perfect start. I just want one that's consistent, that I can do every single time. And I'm not even close to being there yet. It would help if I'd been doing more acceleration work, but I haven't had much time for my workouts lately, and so I just keep skipping the acceleration work. But I think I'll have a little more time moving forward, so you can expect lots of accel work in the future. I was slower that time. As you can see, I'm experimenting with a lot of different stuff. I assume that eventually I'll find something that works. But as of now, every time I go to push out, it's like I'm just kind of pushing up. My angle is probably a little too high, and so then it feels like my legs are cycling aimlessly and I'm not getting anywhere. So maybe my shin angle's too high as I'm in the blocks, but a lot of you guys in the last video are telling me not to artificially lower my hips. So who knows, maybe I even need to slide my feet back further, but when you get at a certain angle, it starts feeling really hard to push, which I guess is probably what blocks are for. I actually might be onto something there because I completely let up halfway through and tripped, and I almost ran the exact same time. So I'm gonna try that again. A little better there, but nothing great. I'm gonna do like 2 max speed flies and then call it a day. That felt very strange and gross and was incredibly slow. So I'm gonna stop for the day.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.